How's everybody doing? This is Scott again. I posted a video before of how to separate a car in the blister from the card, keeping the blister intact. And I made some recommendations about using lacquer thinner and super glue. Got a lot of great comments from people that said that they use acetone and they use Elmer's white glue. So what I decided to do was reshoot this video using Elmers and using acetone instead. And it turns out that both of those are great pieces of advice. The acetone works a lot faster than the lacquer thinner, and the Elmer's glue works just as good as super glue. The only thing about the Elmer's versus the super glue is that it does take a little bit longer to set, but it's no big deal. So anyway, here's my car. This is a Nissan Skyline that I whited out and put some Japanese style tattoo tampos on it. And what I want to do is I want to get this back on the card so it displays a little bit nicer. So here I have the card. I have the Skyline in the card here, and you can tell it's not a perfect card, but I mean, this is a car from 2011, so I was pretty psyched to find one on a card at all. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what we do here. So again, this time I'm using acetone, and I'm still using a paintbrush. If you notice, this paintbrush has an annoying little green flag on it. That's because I dropped my last paintbrush in the acetone. So this is a little fail-safe to keep me from dropping it back in again. So we pretty much do this the same way. We pop open the acetone, and we take the car, and we take the brush, and we get it nice and wet there, and we paint it on. Again, I do the sides and the bottom. Some guys commented that they like to do the sides and the top. So I guess it's, you know, dealer's choice. You can kind of do whatever you feel comfortable with. So I get it in there. I let it soak in for a second or two. Now with the acetone, it's a lot faster than the lacquer thinner. The lacquer thinner takes 30 or 40 seconds to start to separate, but if you look at this now, you can see that it's going to start to come off the card almost immediately. And it comes off a little bit cleaner too. It seems to dissolve the glue more effectively than the lacquer thinner did. So I'm going to go ahead and take this car off the card here, just walking the blade along the edge, just to pull it up, and you can see that it just pops up like nothing. So here we take our car out, go ahead and take our new car, slide it right back on in, and I'm going to go ahead and use just plain old, good old Elmer's glue all. Let's go here. So I have found with the Elmer's glue that you can use less of it, and you won't risk as much of it spilling over and into the blister, because believe it or not, the Elmer's glue can fog a car just like the super glue can if you let it get under the bubble. So there we go, Elmer's white glue. Drop it back down, and we're still going to use the same old technique with the toothpicks. And I'm just going to spread the glue evenly under the blister and pick up the excess. So we just run along the bottom here to spread the glue evenly, and we'll go ahead and pick up the excess again and repeat on the side here. So now what I'd like to do here is, because the glue takes a little bit longer to set, I go ahead and use some binder clips, just any office binder clips here. So I'd use a couple big ones on the sides and run them just along the bottom here. Now, if you want, you could use a popsicle stick to put under the binder clip so that it doesn't crimp the blister or crimp the card in the back. I have found that if you put these on here quick enough, you don't really need to worry about that. So that's what it kind of looks like, all sealed back together. And what we're going to do is we're going to let this sit for maybe an hour or so and let that glue dry. And there you have it. So again, it's just a different technique for removing the blister from the card, and it's just a little bit of an improvement, especially with the time, by using acetone instead of lacquer thinner. Anyway, have a great night, and hopefully your supers and customs and all that are coming out great. Thanks.